Well, here goes number four. I I have two sons, and they're rugged. Well, that may not surprise you, but they are. And oldest boy broke his arm last Sunday, really badly. I've broken. Well, I'm not sure how many times I have broken my arms. Right one only once. Left one four or five. But my oldest boy, he broke his hard, and um, he had to have a plate put in, so on, and so he broke it on Sunday. He went to the hospital. They put a cast on poorly. They put it on, and said the next day he had to go see the specialist and so on, surgeon. And so he went, and the specialist said, can't do it immediately. Be Thursday, Friday. And my son said, well, you got to fix this stupid cast. And the guy says, why? My son says, because I can't drive my truck. And the surgeon said, what do you mean? Well, he said, I run haul truck out to the coast. So the surgeon went to work on the cast, and he cut enough of it away so that my son could hold the steering wheel on the truck. And when my son, big man, both my boys are big men. You wouldn't want to try to do the Heimlich on either one of them. And I had the privilege and the honor of doing the Heimlich on my youngest boy when he was 10 years old. And my boy walked across the kitchen towards me, and he didn't look like he was breathing. And I thought something's wrong with this boy, but my boy wasn't saying anything. And he stood there staring into my eyes. I turned him around gently, and I did a little tiny Heimlich on him, and nothing happened. I thought, and he's not protesting. And so I gave a little bit harder Heimlich, and peppermint candy come out of his mouth and shot across the kitchen, hit the cupboards, went a long way. And I thought, God gave me the privilege and the honor of saving my son's life. My boys, my boys are my friends. People don't understand that. I quit being their dad when they came of age. I never told them what to do after that. I chose to be the friend. If they asked me advice, I gave it. I didn't give it unless they asked. My big boy, the oldest boy, he got out of the hospital on Monday, this past Monday, and he took his boy, Boomer, and Boomer tied my son's load down. My son showed him how, and then my boy dropped him off at home, and my boy headed for Vancouver. I talked to him Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and my boy said, Dad, when does the pain go away? I said, it's not going to go away for a while, son. You gotta suck it up, eh? You gotta tough it out. You can't take pain pills and drive truck. So we took some Advil. This morning, my son got back from Vancouver last night, and this morning he went to the hospital to ask if they could possibly operate on his arm, put that plate on, and my son said, "Dad, is it going to stop hurting after the surgery?" I said, "My son, no. But I said, you have Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. You can take something for pain, but come morning, Monday morning, you climb in your truck. You can't take anything for pain." I told my boy, I said, I've had 15 major surgeries that required anesthetic. And every time I would get wheeled into the operating table, I'd make sure everyone was listening in the room, and I would say, things go sideways. Don't you worry. Don't you worry if I don't make it through the surgery, because I'm just going home to be with God. And I wanted my son to know that, because you are not sure of anything except death and taxes in this life. My boy just called me, texted me. He said, "Dad, surgery's done. I'm on my way home." I think they were going camping for the weekend, but my boys are tough. My grandchildren are tough too. My God is wonderful. He is so kind to me, so kind to my progeny, to my offspring, to my 2 sons, my 4 grandsons. I have a step-grandson that lives on Hastings Street in downtown Vancouver. I pray for him time to time. I never could reach into his heart, and he just got so sideways, and his name is Gabriel. He's still as much of a grandson to me as my 4 genetic grandchildren. I don't know why it is how one child lives and another dies. This oldest boy of mine, I did a video on him some time ago, and it was my son's miracle. That big boy, when he was 14, he weighed about 240 pounds, covered in red hair on his chest, and he had a full beard. Astounding. At work, he is the one who was knocked off an overhead catwalk by some nutter at work, and he ended up falling 18 feet onto his head, crushing his skull and breaking his neck when he was 18. The surgeon said, "Jim, you want to see your boy before he passes? You better come quickly." And that video is called My Son's Miracle. It is a miracle. It was a miracle. I don't claim things to be miracles unless they are. If I cook something and it turns out, some people would say that's a miracle. That's not a miracle. A miracle is a divine happening. We rushed that big boy to Calgary, to the neurosurgeon. His blood pressure got down to 18/10. I had never seen a surgeon ride in the ambulance with a patient, but there was a Mormon chap who was a surgeon in Olds, and he rode with my son, and the ambulance lady and the ambulance driver and me. I said, I'm riding with you. Surgeon said, only if the driver says you can. I thought, you don't know me, son. I'll be with my boy, holding his hand when he is going to be with God. That ambulance driver said, Jim, he said, I would be honored to have a fellow believer, a brother in God, ride with us. I prayed 4 or 5 times at least when my son's blood pressure got down to nothing because he was bleeding so terribly in his head and his neck was broken. I am an authority on reading x-rays. I have had between 60 and 70 broken bones from falling off horses. Gravity and Irish, we don't get along at all. Next morning, my son came out of his coma, got up, took the junk out of his arm, walked in, used the washroom, came out. My son tells me that he was in the washroom when I walked into the room in the morning and the bed was empty, indicating that he had died. My son tells me that I stood in the doorway and wept, but I didn't remember that. But my son then said he walked out of the washroom, and instead of my boy having passed during the night, he was standing there, and my Creator healed him from within to without. My son's broken neck was healed. My son's crushed skull was healed. I do not know why one child is saved and one child is lost. I do not know why one child lives and one dies. But my big boy, he got his plate in his wrist and was headed home. I have 2 sons, 4 grandsons, genetic grandsons, and one, as I said, that lives on Hastings Street in Vancouver. That's no life. Two videos I need you to watch. My son's miracle and another video called My Lost Son. My boy lived through the surgery and was headed home. He texted me to say that he loves me, to tell me that he was all right, that he made it through. And I guess in the back of my mind, I couldn't stop making videos today because I was spilling my heart out before my Creator because I knew my boy was getting ready to go under the knife. That's what we Irish call it. But my God saw him through. My God will see you through. You just have to have enough guts to pray, to be at peace with your Creator through His Son, Jesus. Humble yourself and pray For there is no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. God bless you. Thank you for putting up with an old rancher. Thank you for the privilege and the honor of being before you. Thank you that you would even care to watch any of my videos. My life is not that special, children. But my Creator is that special. My prayer is that you'll get to know my Creator, that you will be at peace with God, that you can stand, having done all that you can, just stand and trust in God. Trust me. My cousin and I, we were attacked by a mountain lion down at the ranch southwest of Calgary. And neighbor said to my cousin, well, what did Jim do when the mountain lion was running at you too? My cousin said, he took the safety off his crossbow, slapped me in the leg. I slapped my cousin in the leg. I wanted him to get the stupid GoPro camera out. He was so scared he didn't. And neighbor said, well, what else did Jim do? My cousin said he took the safety off the crossbow, waited until the mountain lion planted its feet, happened to be 18 feet away from us. I thought, the thing was running hard, and I thought, it's going to plant its feet before it jumps. And I put the arrow in its chest at 18 feet. Listen, whether you're being attacked by a mountain lion or attacked by Satan, some other demonic power, or some dummy like Kevin Kyle Smith, who I let him beat me up, could have trimmed him, but I let him, because I didn't want to lose my job. No matter what you're going through, learn to trust God. Learn to trust Him while things are going good. Because kind of like the mountain lion, you don't know what's going to happen. And if you are prepared, you can handle it through God's strength. God bless you. God bless you all. May God let His face so shine upon you that the warmth from His love will warm you from within to without. God bless. God keep you. Amen and amen.